I'm Jeremy. Today is day 82 of reading. Today we're reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Let's get started. On page 126. Dung, he muttered furiously. Great sizzling dragon boogies, frog brains, rat intestines. I've had enough of it. Make an example. What's the form? Yes. He retrieved a large roll of parchment from his desk drawer and stretched it out in front of him, dipping his long black quill into the ink pot. Name? Harry Potter. Crime? It was only a bit of mud, said Harry. It's only a bit of mud to you, boy, but to me, it's an extra hour of scrubbing, shouted Filch, a drip shivering unpleasantly at the end of his bulbous nose. Crime? Befouling the castle. Suggested sentence? Dabbing at his streaming nose, Filch squinted unpleasantly at the Harry, who waited with bated breath for his sentence to fall. But as Filch lowered his quill, there was a great bang on the ceiling of the office, which made the oil lamp rattle. Peas! Filch roared, flinging down his quill in a transport of rage. I'll have you this time! I'll have you! And without a backward glance at Harry, Filch ran flat-footed from the office, Mrs. Norris streaking alongside him. Peeves was a school poltergeist, a grinning, airborne menace who lived to cause havoc and distress. Harry didn't much like Peeves, but couldn't help feeling grateful for his timing. Hopefully, whatever Peeves had done, and it sounded as though he'd wrecked something very big this time, would distract Filch from Harry. Thinking that he should probably wait for Filch to come back, Harry sank into a moth-eaten chair next to the desk. There was only one thing on it apart from his half-completed form, a large glossy purple envelope with silvery lettering on the front. With a quick glance at the door to check that Filch wasn't on his way back, Harry picked up the envelope and read, Key Week Spell, a correspondence course in beginner's magic. Intrigued, Harry flicked the envelope open and pulled out the sheaf of parchment inside. More curly silver writing on the front page said, Feel out of step in the world of modern magic? Find yourself making excuses not to perform simple spells? Ever been taunted for your woeful wand work? There's an answer! Kiwi's spell is an all-new, fail-safe, quick result, easy-learn course. Hundreds of witches and wizards have benefited from the Kiwi spell method. Madame Z. Nettles of Japsham writes, I had no memory for incantations, and my potions were a family joke. Now, after the Kiwi spell course, I'm the center of attention at parties, and friends beg for the recipe of my scintillation solution. Warlock DJ Prod of Didsbury says, My wife used to sneer at my feeble charms. Well, 1 month into your fabulous Kiwi spell course, and I succeeded in turning her into a yap. Thank you, Kiwi spell. Fascinated, Harry thumbed through all the rest of the envelope's contents. Why on earth did Filch want a Kiwi spell course? Did this mean he wasn't a proper wizard? Harry was just reading Lesson 1, Holding Your Wand, Some Useful Tips, when shuffling footsteps outside told him Filch was coming back. Stuffing the parchment back into the envelope, Harry threw it back on the desk just as the door opened. Filch was looking triumphant. That vanishing cabinet was extremely valuable, he was saying gleefully to Miss Norris. We'll have pieces out this time, my sweet. His eyes fell on Harry and then darted to the Kiwi spell envelope, which, Harry realized too late, was lying 2 feet away from where it had started. Filch's pastry face went brick red. Harry braced himself for a tidal wave of fury. Filch hobbled across the desk, snatched up the envelope, and threw it into a drawer. Did you read? He sputtered. No, Harry lied quickly. Filch's knobbly hands were twisting together. If I thought you'd read my private, not that it's mine, for a friend, be that as it may. However, Harry was staring at him, alarmed. Filch had never looked so matter. His eyes were popping. A tick was going on in one of his pouchy cheeks, and the tartan scarf didn't help. Very well, go, and don't breathe a word. Not that. However, if you didn't read, go now. I have to write Peeves report. Go. Amazed at his luck, Harry sped out of the office, up the corridor, and back upstairs. To escape Filch's office without punishment was probably some kind of school record. Harry, did it work? Nearly Headless Nick came gliding out of the classroom. Behind him, Harry could see the wreckage of a large black and gold cabinet that appeared to have been dropped from a great height. I persuaded Peeves to crash it right over Filch's office, said Nick eagerly. Thought it might distract him. Was that you? Said Harry gratefully. Yeah, it worked. I didn't even get detention. Thanks, Nick. They set up off the corridor again. Nearly Headless Nick, Harry noticed, was still holding Sir Patrick's rejection letter. I wish there was something I could do for you about the Headless Hunt, Harry said. Nearly Headless Nick stopped in his tracks, and Harry walked right through him. He wished he hadn't. It was like stepping through an icy shower. But there is something you could do for me, said Nick excitedly. Harry, would I be asking too much? But no, you wouldn't want. What is it? Well, this Halloween will be my 500th death day, said Nearly Headless Nick, drawing himself up and looking dignified. Oh, not sure whether he should look sorry or happy about this. Right. I'm holding a party down in one of the roomier dungeons. Friends will be coming from all over the country. It would be such an honor if you would attend. Mr. Weasley and Miss Granger would be most welcome, too. I dare say you'd rather go to the school feast? He watched Skid Harry on tenterhooks. No, said Harry quickly. I'll come. My dear boy, Harry Potter, at my death day party. And he hesitated, looking excited. Do you think you could possibly mention to Sir Patrick how very frightening and impressive you find me? Of course, said Harry. Nearly Headless Nick beamed at him. A death day party? Said Hermione keenly when Harry had changed at last and joined her and run in the common room. I bet there aren't many living people who can say they've been to one of those. It'll be fascinating. Why would anyone want to celebrate the day they died? Said Ron. Was halfway through his potions homework and grumpy. Sounds dead depressing to me. Rain was still lashing the windows, which were now inky black, but inside all looked bright and cheerful. The firelight glowed over the countless squashy armchairs where people were reading, talking, doing homework, or, in the case of Fred and George Weasley, trying to find out what would happen if he fed a filibuster firework to a salamander. Fred had rescued the brilliant orange fire-dwelling lizard from a care of magical creatures class, and it was now smoldering gently on a table surrounded by a knot of curious people. Harry was at the point of telling Ron and Hermione about Filch. Thank you, everyone. That's all for today. Bye.